Alright, High Park, the revisit. Except this time I'm not on the V10. Today I am on a bigger wheel that I got a few months ago. Been out on it a few times, practicing it, just getting used to it. I'm still not great on it, but I am on the Inmotion V13. Just a slight upgrade from the V10F. It's almost 3 times as heavy, which is fun for getting it in and out of my car. But it's much more powerful. Definitely will give me more range, especially if I'm just cruising around, which I usually am. Didn't really have any issues with range on the V10, but what I did find is that it was a bit of a rougher ride than I would prefer, going over Toronto's wonderful streets. You know, the fantastic condition most of the roads are in, or sidewalks even, bike paths. So yeah, I decided I wanted something a bit bigger, and fellow rider was selling this wheel for a deal that I could not pass up. So yeah, I decided to jump on it. It's much better on stuff like even these little speed bumps. They aren't jarring to me anymore. Still have to be careful because I went over one a little too fast. And didn't really have my pads set up properly, which is something else I'm still getting used to, is having pads on the wheel. But man, it's a nice wheel. I'm still not really at the point where I'm comfortable riding on major streets. I've done a couple of quick stretches just to get the feel for it, but I mostly stick to the side roads and that. Just because, for one thing,
Are you ready for your cookie?
my issue on this wheel is not riding it. Once I'm on it and moving, it's fine. Other than I do struggle a bit with, for some reason, making sharp right turns, like if I'm making a U-turn or something. But my struggle with this wheel is just actually getting on it and getting it started. I don't know if it's the heights or just the extra weight or whatever it is, but there's just something about it that I haven't quite gotten my confidence with. Now on the V10, the last couple of times I took it out, it was no problem. It was on it and rolling pretty easily. But even that way, I dumped myself off at one time because I mounted it wrong after getting out of a little park area. It was a pretty funny way to fall, I gotta say. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was gonna happen. Okay. Alright. I should probably turn around here, but I might explore this little bike path. I meant to do this before when I was down on the V10. I don't have a lot of time because it's supposed to rain today. Well, I'll get out for a little stretch. Also forgot to bring my charger, so I can't go very far even if I did have the time. I don't know. I don't really know where all the different paths and stuff go here, so I'm going to go a little bit, and if I get turned around, I'll just turn back. I love riding around down this way just because there are actually bike paths and multi-use trails where there really aren't any in my immediate area. When I used to live in Richmond Hill, there were more bike paths up in that area. We're talking about probably moving back up that way next year, maybe. And I'm looking forward to that because I miss the area, and it'll be a little safer. It'll be easier for getting around, especially on PEVs or even just a regular bicycle. It's funny though, I love downtown Toronto, although it's mostly for the nightlife and just the fact that there's always stuff to do. There's always something going on. But I hate driving around downtown Toronto, and I'm sure anybody that's done it would agree with that statement. It is just not fun to drive in downtown Toronto. Alright, I think I went this way before on the V10. Might be wrong. See, this is what I'm talking about, is getting on and off the V13. It's still daunting for me. So, rather than stumble here and hold up traffic, I'm just going to walk a bit and find a spot where it's a bit easier for me to do this. Sure enough, I'm saying how this road's pretty slow, and now there's a bunch of cars coming. Just my luck. Now see, if I had just gotten on and rode, I'd be fine, because this is a bike lane, technically. But I'm not particularly fond of wobbling around on one wheel while there's cars trying to get around me, and you know, the whole idea of falling in front of a car is not very appealing. I haven't completely crashed on this wheel. I mean, the first night that I took it out, I got a little overconfident and took it into a grassy field and dumped it, but you know, that was at like 10 kilometers an hour, so this is more funny than anything. All right, let's go. There we go. See, that's the thing. It's not that scary getting on the wheel. It's just the initial balance and getting it going. I gotta check my tire pressure too, because I feel like my pressure's dropped a bit, but still good. Yeah, once I'm going, I'm perfectly fine. It's just, I don't know, for whatever reason, I have that struggle with getting on the wheel and getting started. I guess stopping is also still a bit of a thing for me too. It's just coming to a proper stop for like a stop sign or something like that. So I just kind of pull the what do they call it? The Idaho stop or something? I don't know. Whatever it is in the States where, you know, bikes and that, they slow down, but they don't actually have to stop for a stop sign. Well, here we're really supposed to. But it's pretty rare that I actually see anybody on a bicycle or a scooter or anything else do it, so. Not that that validates failing to stop, but it is what it is. Now, it's supposed to be raining in like 2 hours, so I'd like to make the most of it and ride around while the weather's good. Don't see any cars behind me. Also pretty sure this is not where I want to be going. But it's okay. My park is huge. I'm sure if I turn right here, I'm going to wind up back in the area. Somewhat. Hopefully this guy actually stops. Oh boy. Well, get some regenerative braking here. much for children and unstable guys in their 40s on a unicycle. Alright, I think I'm going to turn off on that road and see where that goes. I'm pretty sure last time I was here, this took me out onto a major street. Oh shit, this is... I don't know. It's through traffic. I'm not supposed to go through here, I don't think. That would be the purpose of that sign. Well, let's see. Where do I wind up? No exit. That's where I wind up. Nowhere. No wheelchair access. That's not very nice. There's a raccoon out in the middle of the daytime. Okay. Yeah. This definitely does not go where I want to go. Let's turn around. See again. I think I'm just not balanced when I start. The wheel tends to get away from me. There we go. Even right now I can tell my feet aren't planted well. Alright, I'm going to double back. I'm going to cut this video here because this doesn't really serve a purpose at this point. Later.